Good evening. This meeting of the Michigan City Area Schools Board of Trustees will now come to order. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. Ms. Tedesco.
The mission of the Michigan City Area Schools, the unifying force of our diverse community, is to ensure that each student will be able to achieve any goal to which he or she aspires and contribute positively to society through a system characterized by learning as a continuous experience of excitement, opportunity, and achievement, clear goals and high expectations for students' success, supportive families and community, staff with pride and purpose leading by positive example, and a student prepared for and enthusiastic about his or her future.
Thank you. We have 5 board members physically present this evening. Ms. Edwards is present electronically, and Mr. Corley is in Indianapolis on police business. Moving to the consent agenda. Do I hear a motion? Moved and seconded. Seeing no discussion from the board, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous, Sarah. Dr. Eason-Watkins.
Congratulations is in order to Barker Middle School 8th grader Elena Kotaska, who has been invited to compete in the Math League Intersect National Championship on April 6th in San Jose, California. Elena qualified for this opportunity based on her performance in preliminary online rounds of the Math League competition. Many thanks to Barker math teacher Kathy Gosrowski for her work with Elena. Thanks also to those who have contributed funds to send Elena to the contest, including a number of individuals, the Michigan City Commission for Women, and the Unity Foundation. Congratulations to Barker Middle School students Gabe Pennant, Jeremiah Allen, and Diane Lyon, who competed at the Regional History Fair at St. Mary's College last month and have now advanced to the State History Day Fair. Gabe created a documentary about the rise and fall of Pope Alexander VI, and Jeremiah and Diane will be competing with the group website they created on the Samurai. The State History Fair takes place at the University of Indianapolis on Saturday, April 13th. Special thanks to teacher Mariah Pohl, and we certainly wish these students the best at State. Congratulations to Barker Middle School 8th grader Charles Harris, who is a finalist in the National Geographic Society's 2019 National Geographic GeoBee Indiana State Competition. The contest will be held at IUPUI on Friday, March 29th. Charles advanced to the state level after winning Barker's GeoBee and then scoring among the top 100 students in an online qualifying test. Special thanks to Barker academic coach Gwen Miller and teacher Christina Tauber for their work with Charles. Congratulations to Krieger Middle School students James Simons, Aubrey Temple LeBoy, Brianna Cornelison, and Sophia Garcia, who participated in the Math Counts competition at Valpo University on February the 6th. James Simons was Krieger's high scorer on the test. Congratulations to the 12 Michigan City High School students who are enrolled in the Career Skills Program at the A.K. Smith Career Center. They recently received the award honoring them as 2018 LaPorte County YMCA Youth Volunteers of the Year. The students received the award for their work at the Wise Elston branch, where they spend several hours each week performing custodial tasks. The partnership provides the students with real-world experience that is directly related to their curriculum regarding the maintenance of large facilities. Special thanks to career skills teachers Danielle Seat and Katie Crozier, and paraprofessionals Karen Durham and Marlene Chandler for their work with these students. 5 Michigan City High School art students are participating in Indiana University Northwest 2019 High School Student Biennial. Every 2 years, IUN holds this juried competition featuring the best of Northwest Indiana's high school students' art. The student artists include Bridget Mark, Destiny Taylor, Tyrese Parks, Zena Fragman, and Madison Richards, and they are students of art teachers Sue Cleveland, Sherry Whitler, and Carlos Melendez. Congratulations to all. Congratulations to Michigan City High School junior Olivia Leary, who has been selected for the prestigious German Year Congress Bundestag Youth Exchange Program. This is a competitive scholarship program that places students in Germany for a year of study abroad. It is sponsored by the United States Department of State. Olivia was selected from among hundreds of applicants in Indiana. Special thanks to German teacher Dan Ruth for his support in preparing Olivia for this opportunity. And we have some good news from our athletic department. Congratulations to Michigan City High School senior Jack Attar, who has been selected as a Chick Evans Scholarship winner. Jack will receive full tuition and room and board, renewable for 4 years. To be considered for the scholarship, Jack caddied over 250 rounds of golf at Long Beach Country Club over 6 seasons. Jack's academic accomplishments and rigorous class schedule also factored into his selection. Jack is a soccer player and golfer for the city. Congratulations to Michigan City High School senior Rayshawn Howard, who has been named to the All-Duneland Athletic Conference boys basketball team. Congratulations also to Michigan City High School senior Hannah Navarowski, who has been named to the 2019 Indiana All-Stars girls basketball team. As we mentioned at our last meeting, she is the Wolves' all-time leading scorer, and she has signed a letter of intent to play basketball for Division I Xavier University next fall. We also received word last week that Hannah has been named the MVP of the All-DAC team this year. And speaking of All-Duneland Conference MVPs, we are thrilled to have another Michigan City High School athlete who has been named All-DAC MVP this winter, swimmer Jack Smith. Jack will be honored at our next meeting for his accomplishments at the IHSAA State Swimming Finals. He has signed to swim at the college level for Division I Purdue next fall. Congratulations, Jack. Our track teams are off to a great start. We had several athletes who qualified for the Indiana Indoor Track State Finals last weekend. They included Megan Miller on pole vault, Naomi and Joni Ashley in the long jump, and Ryan Stefanko and Justin Wozniak in shot put. Special congratulations to Ryan, who finished 4th in the state in shot put. Tonight, the Winter Sports Awards program is taking place at Michigan City High School, and we congratulate all of our outstanding winter athletes. And we wish all the best to our spring athletes as they begin their seasons in softball, baseball, girls tennis, boys golf, track, and unified track. Michigan City High School's theater department will perform its spring play, Nooses Off, April 26th through the 28th in the high school auditorium. This is a murder mystery, a whodunit, that centers on the cast and crew of an amateur theater production, and it promises to be very entertaining. Friday and Saturday performances will take place at 7 p.m., and the Sunday matinee will take place at 2 p.m. The show is directed by Michigan City High School math teacher Charlie Pitzer and student director Junior Dante Moreland. The cast features 6 seniors: Trinity Clayton, Jenna Dawson, Bailey Locks, Tommy Comey, Julia Miller, and Ashley Orman, alongside several underclassmen. Break a leg to the cast and crew. The Michigan City High School Marching Band has exciting plans for spring break. They will be traveling to Disney World. Approximately 40 of our band members will be making the trip to Orlando, Florida, where they will be marching in a parade at the Magic Kingdom and will have a 3-hour workshop in a recording studio at Epcot with a Disney music director. The band has been fundraising and planning for this trip for over a year, and we wish them all the best as they represent our high school. Special thanks to band director Frank Gast and the band boosters, which have been working hard to raise funds for this and many other needs the band has, including a drive that's currently underway to fund new uniforms. Congratulations to the 58 Michigan City High School juniors and seniors who were inducted into the National Honor Society last Tuesday. I was so proud to see these outstanding students who were honored for their service, scholarship, and leadership. We greatly appreciate their contribution to the school and community. Special thanks to Honor Society sponsor Judy Kowalczyk for her work with these students throughout the year. 5 Michigan City high schools are participating in IUN's 2019 High School Student Biennial. Every 2 years, IUN holds this juried competition featuring the best, again, of Northwest Indiana's high school student art. These students with featured works are in Mrs. Cleveland's Painting 2 class, Bridget Mark, Destiny Taylor and Tyrese Parks, who are part of Mrs. Whitler's Photo 3 class, and Zena Fragment and Madison Richards, who are part of Mr. Melendez's Digital 2 design class. Congratulations to all of them. The A.K. Smith Career Center will hold its annual Future Careers Expo tomorrow, Wednesday, March 27th. This event provides students with an opportunity to participate in mock interviews, visit an employer college fair, and hear guest speakers focusing on professional preparation and career opportunities. We thank all of the business and community leaders who have volunteered to conduct mock interviews and are contributing in other ways so that students can have a valuable experience. And don't miss the Run with the Wolves 5K Fun Run, which is a fundraiser organized by the Michigan City High School class of 2021. The run will be held on April 20th at Washington Park. starting from the tennis pavilion. Those who register by April 1st will receive an event t-shirt and a pack of biodegradable colored powder to throw at the end of the race. Registration takes place the day of the race starting at 8 a.m. and the race will start at 9 a.m. To register, visit the Michigan City High School website or Facebook page. Michigan City Area Schools is one of 12 public and private school corporations that have received funding from the Health Care Foundation of LaPorte through a new initiative called Partners in Prevention. Our district's $12,000 planning grant is assisting us in the preparation of a competitive grant by May 6th that will center on providing our students with evidence-based substance abuse prevention programs. The Health Care Foundation of LaPorte plans to award up to $2.8 million to LaPorte County Schools for planning and 3 years of implementation grants to reduce student substance use through this initiative. We would like to thank Michigan City Human Rights Commissioner and Board Member Joanne Tedesco for honoring our transportation and student support staff last week in celebration of Disability Awareness Month. Tomorrow evening, March 27th, the Commission is sponsoring a Special Education 101 forum here at the Administration Building at 5:30 p.m. Speakers will include Laura Swanson of InSource, which is an advocacy group that educates families about special education and student rights. Michigan City Area Schools Director of Student Support Services, Stacy Attar, and Physical Therapist Assistant Robin Crosso and Occupational Therapist Assistant Christine Kaiser will also speak at this forum. And finally, a reminder for all families and members of the public that all Michigan City area schools will be closed next week for spring break, April 1st through the 5th. Also, we will be closed on Good Friday, which is April 19th. And I wish all the staff and students a restful and enjoyable spring break as we gear up for the final weeks of this school year. And now, we are honored to have with us tonight some Michigan City High School students. We are honoring them for their achievements at the state level in Japanese language and music. And first, I want to start with the Japanese Olympiad. We're recognizing several students today who are part of our great Japanese program at Michigan City High School. It has become an annual tradition for us to honor these students for their performance at the Indiana Japanese Olympiad because each year they continue to perform among the best in the state. I would also like to note that our high school hosted 10 students and their teacher from Japan earlier this month. This is part of a sister school relationship that has been established between Michigan City High School and Zamasoga High School in Japan. Our students have benefited greatly from hosting the Japanese students and their teachers each year. In addition, each year our high school also hosts students who are visiting from a high school in Germany. This is also part of a longtime partnership program coordinated by German teacher Dan Ruth. But tonight, we are here to honor our students from Michigan City High School's Japanese Olympiad and their teacher, Sensei Mike Sagawa. This year, our high school entered 5 teams at level 2, 3, and 4 of the competition. All of them finished among the top 5, and 2 teams, both here tonight, advanced to the finals in the championships. So please come forward as I call your name to receive a certificate acknowledging your accomplishments, And I'd also like to ensure that Sensei Mike Sagawa comes forward as well. But I'd like to begin with our third-year Japanese team, which finished as the runner-up in the finals, Trinity Clayton and Robert Lemon. Joining them will be our fourth-year Japanese team, which finished third in the final round, Kiera Stansel and Natalie Parker. And Natalie is not here tonight because she's teaching ballet classes, but let's welcome Kiera Stansel. And finally, let's have their teacher and coach, Sensei Mike Sagawa, please come forward and join your students. Let's give them another big round of applause. Next, we are pleased to honor tonight some talented musicians from Michigan City High School. Before I call them forward, I would like to mention that many of the students who will be recognized tonight will be performing in coming weeks, so that you can hear them live at the band's Pops Night on Thursday, May 9th, and at the choir's showcase concert on Friday, May 17th. Both of these events begin at 7 p.m. But tonight, I want to recognize just a few of the most elite performers. All of these students advanced to the 2019 Indiana State Solo and Ensemble Competition in Indianapolis on the basis of their performances at the district level contest. They earned gold ratings on music of the highest difficulty level to advance to state. And I'm pleased to report that at state, they earned either gold or silver ratings. Please come forward as I call your names. First, I'd like to begin with our instrumental music students. Isaiah Barczyk, tuba. Isaiah earned silver rating for his solo at the state level. And please remain standing. Annalise Leonard, flute. Annalise earned gold at the state level. And next, our choral students, Delana Adams, McKenna Bloom, Haley Catchings, Jill Dumkowski, Bailey Locks, Sarah Poulin, Gwen Sardone, Felicia Skelton, Amanda Sparks, Bria Thomas, Jasmine Williams, and Adney Wilson. I want to note that all of these students earned gold ratings at the state level. Gwen Sardone, Delana Adams, and Jasmine Williams also received with distinction awards at state for their solos, and Jasmine Williams earned a perfect score. And please come forward at this time, choral director Michelle Howison and band director Frank Gass, and thank you for all of your work with our music department. There has to be a director in the group. And if you can remain where you are, if parents want to come up, we can take another picture, and we'll also take one of our Japanese Olympiad teams with the parents. So first of all, if any parents want to come up and join Yerson, please feel free. And we'll make sure you come on up. Once again, congratulations to all in our music department for your outstanding work. And if we could have our Japanese Olympiad team come forward, we can take pictures with your families as well.
Don't be shy. Are these kids not dancing in the hallway before they go to class? All the time?
Mr. Domkowski?
Another phone?
Worth saying that if Isma was not the same week, Amanda would be right up here with them. She works all year and not here the same day. So.
Well, congratulations again for all that you do. Each year we look forward to you coming here. We know that your students are going to have a great performance. Thank you.
The next item this evening is the trio program presentation. Mr. Rainey. first business item this evening is extension of the retirement window for certified staff. Dr. McCollum?
Thank you, Mr. Delaney. Tonight, I'm asking for your approval to extend the retirement window through the end of the 2018-2019 school year to accommodate anyone or any teachers who decide between now and the end of the school year to retire and still have access to insurance benefits that is part of the collective bargaining agreement. So once again, I'm asking the board's approval to extend the retirement window.
Moved and seconded, seeing no further discussion from the board. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous, Sarah. Thank you, Doctor.
Tonight, Jason Tanzel, who is the Municipal Financial Advisor for Umball, which is now also with the firm of Baker Tilly, he's going to walk through a presentation with us in regards to the financing for the bond, and then I was going to review some of the major capital items that are proposed. And we also have Jimmy Shanahan here tonight, who's our bond counsel, who can walk through some of the resolutions that are required in order to do the general obligation bond. But first, let's go with Jason. And I just wanted to point out, too, one of the reasons that the total existing debt service is going down in 2020 is if you see the column for general obligation bonds for 2016, you'll notice by 2020, that payment, the final payment is made in 2020, and that's why you're seeing a drop. One of the reasons you're seeing the drop in the debt service, that by then we'll have our 2016 general obligation bond paid off. I also wanted to point out, too, that Jason did analysis, because one of our limitations that we need to make sure that we're covering is for the circuit breaker waiver that we get with the state. There's a rule that our 2016 debt service, we can't be higher than a 2016 debt service if we take on additional debt. So they did do an analysis of that, and even with the $4 million bond obligation, our 2016 tax rate for the debt service would not be higher than it is proposed for this $4 million bond issue. But that's another item that we needed to make sure that we don't impact. The rate I don't have in front of me, but I can definitely provide that to you. Yep. Yep. What did you say? Okay, 45 cents. Okay, good. So then I wanted to walk through with the board the major projects that we would like to use for the $4 million bond issuance. And tonight we have Dave Williamson, our operations director from Sedesco, who's been with the school corporation for a number of years. And if there's any specific questions in regards to some of these capital items, but we did a review process after looking at the capital study, and then I met with Dave Williamson and then Wendell and Barb. We all got together in regards to determining which items we thought would be most impactful and are most have immediate need. And one of the things that is significant to us is the fire alarm systems. We need to either upgrade or replace them at most of our buildings. So the total cost of that is $1.6 million. And the reason we need to upgrade it is that the systems that we currently have are being phased out. So we're, over time, there won't be replacement parts and we won't be able to maintain that system. So obviously, the fire alarm system is significant. Also at the high school, the track, we need to refurbish that. That's $250,000. And at the high school, 4 of the fields for softball and baseball need to be refurbished at $50,000. In Elston, on the north side of the building, there's exterior brick tuck point work that needs to be done. Right now, that's causing some of the water damage that we're seeing on the north side of the building, so we need to make sure that we take care of the brick tuck pointing. At Cool Spring, we need to replace some of the fiber lines along 300 North, which is $33,148, and then also to replace the well tank and valves for $20,000. At Knapp Elementary, major item was $400,000, which is for the chiller and condenser replacement. And then at Marsh, the roof warranty runs out next year, so we wanted to replace the roof at Marsh, which would be $450,000. At Springfield, we want to replace the flat roof that's over the gym area. That's $190,000. And then we also identified the playground at Springfield needs a replacement, and that would be $150,000. At the administration building, HVAC unit, $18,897 for the head end room that needs to be replaced. And then at Ames Field, some of the masonry joint repairs and caulking repairs, we need to take care of that as preventative work, and that's $75,000. Also at AK Smith, for the HVAC management control system, we need to change over from the product called Train to Niagara. And then we also wanted to, that's $40,000. And then we also wanted to do the upgrade of the elevators at AK Smith of $85,000. And then teacher laptops, it was about 2015, the last time that we've replaced the teacher laptops. And obviously now we have e-learning, and obviously teachers use those on a daily basis, so we need to replace those, and that would be $275,000. And then we also have $159,000 in there for miscellaneous asphalt replacement, obviously at the high school. We have significant needs there. It would never cover what we need, but that's another item that we need to take care of. So the total issuance is $4 million, which includes $125,000 of issuance costs.
How many laptops?
That would be a laptop for every teacher, so like 400. Uh-huh.
And then the train controls, is that more of a pleasure master?
No, that's for the HVAC system. It's just the system that's used in order to regulate the heating and cooling of the building. So,
The playground, can you explain that expense a little bit more?
yeah, Dave, if you want to walk through, I mean, we've tried to maintain it as much as we can, but there are some parts of it that we can't find replacement parts anymore. So it's of a condition that we really do need to replace it, but Dave's walked through that a little bit more.
Yeah, several of the activities on the existing playground are blocked off or blanked off because we can't get parts for it anymore. Just recently, they have metal decks for each landing or elevation. It's covered with rubber. Well, the sand from the kids' shoes and all that wouldn't rub away, the decks were rotting through. So basically, they're falling apart. That, to replace it with that side equipment,
So do we need to ask for public comment? Okay, yeah.
The projects and the additional appropriation? Okay, seeing none, public comments closed.
Okay. Well, there is voting on these resolutions. Yes. So there's three resolutions. If Jimmy Shanahan wants to walk us through those are three that are required in order to go forward.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
Yeah, good evening. You have for consideration items 3, 4, and 5. The first resolution is called 1028 Project Resolution.
Just the resolution number. So the 2019 is the year, and then that's the resolution sequence that we have for the next resolution.
Okay, moved and seconded. Seeing no discussion from the board, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, that's unanimous, Sarah. The next item is consideration of the bond resolution. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Seeing no discussion from the board, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That's unanimous, Sarah. And finally, consideration of the additional appropriation. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Seeing no discussion from the board, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? And that's unanimous, Sarah. Thank you, gentlemen. The next item this evening is a resolution to transfer land to Michigan City. Mr. Kaminsky. Okay, do I hear a motion? Moved and seconded. Seeing no discussion from the board, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous, Sarah. And now the final business item of the evening, the lead screening policy on second reading. Ms. Chubb?
Yeah, we did make a few changes, very minor, and I think everybody received those, right? So I think that's it for me.
Moved and seconded. Do we have any discussion?
I have a few comments.
Sure.
So I think that the changes, the revisions, and the intent is of this policy is very good. Identifying children who are at risk for lead poisoning and identifying those who have elevated blood lead levels. I think one thing that I find much more agreeable with further discussion and review and talking to people looking at the meeting that was held back in October is the fact that this policy requires proof of screening alone. It does not require that the school's personnel actually look at the results, which I am in much more favor of because I feel that that is protected health information under HIPAA. So that to me is much more agreeable. I do think that the policy, there are certain aspects of the policy that need greater clarification, specifically how it will be operationalized in terms of really put into in effect. Perhaps that'll come in time. And one thing I would want to recommend is that this policy and its outcomes be reviewed at the end of next year to see how well it did, and look at the numbers, and do the numbers prove out that it did indeed identify children who were indeed at risk. Those are-
I would just like to thank Ms. Chubb for her diligence on this whole issue. And she's stood firm and devoted countless hours to the children of the community and the drive to ensure their safety. So, Deb, thank you. Now, do I hear a motion? Oh, no, we already got a motion. Okay. All right, no further comment. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? That's unanimous, Sarah. Thank you again, Deb. Now we've reached the point of the meeting for board statements requiring action prior to the next board meeting. Does anybody have anything?
I just want to give another shout out to our awesome Audra Peterson over there. As you know, and I've mentioned it several times, that Michigan City has gotten a grant to do lead remediation in older homes, and I was able to contact Audra because it requires that we have lead certified workers doing these homes. We're bound to do 120 homes in 42 months. And so we need lead certified workers, lead certified supervisors, and lead certified contractors. And I was able to call Audra Peterson over there at the Career Tech Center, and she is really doing a good job helping to find a way to bring that training to Michigan City and through the adult ed program. So, I mean, hopefully it'll work. I mean, it's not an automatic, but I appreciate her working on that and really trying to get that done. We would really love for local people to get those jobs and do all of that work. And it's going to be a lot of work. So I really appreciate her being so sensitive. And I know it's not just me. I know she's like that to all, all industries in Michigan City who say, I need people with this training, and she really is responsive and tries to get it. So anyway, just want to say thanks for that. And I just want to thank Joanne for putting together that thing tomorrow. That is such an important workshop. I really encourage people to attend. Having a special needs child is complicated, and it's very difficult, and there's all kinds of bureaucratic obstacles. And so this is really an important workshop that I think you're putting together, and I hope that parents will come and learn about what it means when you have a special needs child and how to get the services that your child needs. So tomorrow at 5:30 here, right?
5:30 here, yes.
Right.
Thank you for that, because it does take a village, and I'm grateful for the venue opportunity, for Stacy Attar back there, InSource coming, and I just, as a parent of a child with a special need, I hope if you can tell any other families, it's a free resource that I just feel our community is unaware of. So thank you for that. And
So the discussion about TRIO makes me wonder if we might get a report on the early college outcomes. Great, thank you.
Well, we've reached the point in the meeting for the public forum. Those wishing to speak are expected to state their name and address. Comments shall be limited to 3 minutes. Comments concerning personnel or attacks on individuals will not be permitted, and there will be no exchange between the presenter and individual board members. Is there any public comment?